in this thing. I don't know. I probably got to let this hoe out. Yeah, we recording. Yeah. But yeah, man. Shit, y'all already know what it is. What You Thought podcast. I'm Michael Taylor.
This Big KB. How y'all doing today, man?
We're gonna jump straight into this motherfucker. Ha, nigga. That's what I got to say to Donald Trump. High fucking high. Like, nigga.
Should have wore you a big ass mask like when you talking to Biden about that bullshit.
It's like that nigga talk so much shit. It's like
him and his whole staff fucked up.
That shit funny. It's ironic, but you know, it's 2020.
Yeah.
Everything.
You ain't safe, nigga.
Everything coming out.
You better get these whole ass 2020 woes and shit, nigga.
Like a motherfucker.
You see the nigga leave for a minute, quarantine for a minute, to wave at the supporters and shit.
Yeah. I saw that shit. Nigga, that nigga swear he's slicker than a can of oil though. Nigga, like he can't be touched in this motherfucker.
Yeah. I think it's a ploy though.
I don't know what's going on, but something going on. Shit is going down. Like shit.
Is that shit like alright? So just you know how niggas be like, oh, I got COVID, so I can't go to work for 2 weeks and shit. You think that shit? You think he applied that shit?
That nigga ain't going to work no way. What are you talking about?
He put the hold on that shit. Like, nah, let me go ahead and take these little 2 whole ass weeks off. let me get my mind right and shit. I ain't going to work for 2 weeks. Nigga.
Shit. Nigga said I'm tired. Hey y'all, I got COVID.
Yeah. Let me put a hold on all this shit.
Nigga ain't been to no doctor.
Nothing.
Nah, but that nigga, shit. That whole thing is. It's just been crazy to see how all that shit's like the whole 4 years is just unfolded.
2020 need to do like it's been doing for the rest of this year. You already took Kobe and Chad. Go ahead and take this nigga Trump. Show me what you got, 2020.
That's right. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, that shit.
2020, don't touch Betty White.
Betty White a motherfucking G, dog.
Yeah. Betty White kicking with Jiggers and shit.
Man, whatever she got, I want.
Yeah.
Like, she made it through all
Betty
the
White,
shit.
Betty White the gangster. Everybody else from Golden Girls gone. Betty White kicking it, still kicking it.
And that hoe hooping probably.
Yeah.
Just doing shit.
Yeah, Betty White out here active.
Probably got a boyfriend.
You know it.
All that
I
shit.
see the old school picture of Betty White when she was young. Betty White was a shit when she was young.
I mean, that's how you beat the shit when you old.
Yeah.
Niggas gotta remember that shit. That shit funny as hell, man. I don't even know what to like. I'm stopped having a surprise response to anything that happened this year.
Yeah, you can't.
Like, it's just, I don't know. Tomorrow, shit.
Let's see what happens tomorrow.
Shit, the Mount Everest might fucking crumble. Like, for all we know. Like, this crazy shit.
Yeah. What was that shit that happened not too long ago with the explosion? You remember that shit?
Oh, in Beirut?
Yeah. We ain't heard shit else about
Nothing.
that shit.
Cause it was some fuck shit. That's why we ain't heard shit else. It was some fuck shit, just like everything else. And that shit's fucked up.
That's crazy how they quiet that shit up though. That shit was the topic for 2 days and that shit disappeared.
Real quick. Like I think that shit was blown up on purpose.
Probably.
Honestly. I don't know for what reason, but
ain't no whole ass fireworks blowing up like that.
And they ain't said nothing about the person that was responsible. Somebody got to be responsible for the shit. Like, they just like shit. Yeah, this happened. Shit got fucked up over there, and you know.
Yeah, them niggas probably went there MIB the whole city.
And them videos I saw was crazy.
Yeah, that
like
shit
from
was
miles
that shit,
away.
Yeah, that shit
Like,
was.
Yeah, windows was busting and shit. So that shit was like I just don't see. I know fireworks are powerful.
Yeah, but
I
not,
don't know shit about
not,
about fireworks, but that seems a little excessive.
Yeah.
Uh,
I know atom bomb type of shit.
Like, yeah.
I done blew up fireworks. I ain't never seen this.
ain't now
It
one
no
firework
yeah, no
shoot
zip,
up,
zip, zip, none of
nothing.
shit.
That
Nah,
hoe just
nigga.
exploded. Like that shit. And it's a lot of shit going on. Like I was saying, it's a whole lot of shit as far as both physical and mentally.
Yeah.
I mean, Earth's been around long enough, and that shit's. I don't know if it's coming to an end, but it's time for some. It's time for some history making shit to happen at the least.
This bitch about to reset.
Like some major history making shit to happen. So
I'm just waiting for aliens to come down and do whatever the fuck they finna do, man.
man, aliens exist. At this point, niggas didn't. Niggas done gave so many clues and everything. It's like, I mean, you're not gonna have all this information and serious shit,
and not come from nowhere.
and it's just like niggas just making all of that up.
Yeah.
Like, bro, come on. Like, there's behind every conspiracy, there's a little bit of truth.
Yeah.
It may not be what we think it is,
But it's
as far as a conspiracy, but
I might sound fucking crazy, but like a lot of that shit they be talking about, like the Loch Ness monster and all that shit, it gotta be some shit like that around.
right, it may not be exactly that.
But it gotta be something. Them stories gotta come from somewhere.
Right. That many.
Yeah.
It's like niggas, and it's not even motherfuckers that's just like in on it or in cahoots with the government.
You gotta think about it. It's parts of the ocean we can't even explore yet. So we fucking up the world so bad that shit, whatever's down there gotta come up somewhere.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit here that we don't know about.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Oh, bro, have you been watching Lovecraft County or
Yeah,
Country?
that's my shit, man.
What is it? Lovecraft County?
Lovecraft County?
Okay.
Yeah. That shit
yeah.
crazy as fuck, man.
Yeah, that shit good as fuck, bro. Like, I watched the last episode.
This shit crazy. I didn't watch it last night. I was gonna wait. Well, I was gonna watch it today, but I fucked around and went to sleep and shit. Sitting there dealing with old man shit. Nigga took a warm ass bath and fucked around and
Niggas
went
in
to
this
sleep.
hoe taking baths.
Nigga fucked around, went to sleep and shit, and that old nigga woke up in that bitch prudy as fuck, nigga.
all the wrinkles in that.
Yeah, nigga, all the thing woke a nigga up, nigga fell in the water. Bitch.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yeah. That old man blew a nigga water, put a nigga to sleep. Soothe the nigga to sleep and shit.
Nigga, it's quiet long enough. I
Yeah.
am going to sleep.
Nigga, I'm turning into that ideal old man. Nigga wrap his arms up, nigga. I'm gone.
Man, my grandpa used to fall asleep so fast. Like, I'm telling you, I'll be talking to that nigga, and he'll fall asleep within 2 sentences.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, Granddaddy. Granddaddy. And be over there.
Nigga tired of this shit. Nigga, I've been here too long.
Yeah. That show good as fuck, though.
Yeah.
That show is good as fuck. But on that note, as far as magic, you believe in that shit?
Yeah. I think so. I to an extent. Like, I don't think nobody out here being a wizard or no shit like that, but it's
What is it from Harry Potter?
Yeah.
What do you say? Chris Livioso.
I don't think it's no shit like that. But I mean, I believe in alchemy to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
Like You can manifest shit with your mind and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I can
I
see
believe
that.
that.
But
I believe that. I also believe you can really cast a whole spell out here
Yeah.
on a motherfucker.
I don't think no nigga out here hippy dee dippy dee do. None of that shit.
I mean, I don't. It sounds funny, but words are powerful.
Yeah.
So some just like when you say amen after you pray, or just like when when you want something to happen, you say that you want it to happen, and sometimes that shit happen if you believe hard enough.
Yeah.
Um,
But if I catch a bit doing that little bewitch shit with a nose and shit, I'm punching the shit.
It's gonna be like,
and little nose with pow. That's all you get. You try to do that bewitch shit on me, huh?
but she was nice. She was nice with you.
Her people wasn't nice. They were fucking tearing her ass up, turn the nigga into horses and shit.
Yeah. Nigga had it tough.
Yeah, Darren out here stressing. This nigga be a horse one week. Next week, this nigga's a toy monkey.
Yeah.
Mama fucking him up.
He probably was scared to be like, man, fuck this shit.
Yeah, I'm
He was
like about it, but he can't leave. He can't leave because they gonna turn him into some more bullshit.
And
Keep
it
him.
ain't gonna turn him back.
Yeah.
That shit. But yeah, I mean, as far as me, I believe in magic, not in the sense of what most people think it is.
Yeah.
Not no card tricks or
Nah.
no. That's just a
David
quick
Blaine
hand.
shit. Yeah.
And it's
Nah. You manipulate my eyes and shit. Nah.
But as far as like, I mean, I think it just falls in lines with spirits and higher powers.
Yeah. It's something out there.
It's definitely something out there. I don't think a lot of people think that they can tap into it.
I've had a conversation with my ex's dad. Me and him have conversations all the time about astroplaning and spirits and shit like that. And I told him, it kind of fucked me up, but I felt some type of way about it. And I said, man, I had a dream that I jumped into somebody's body and I was feeling what they was feeling, and it was a woman's body and she was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her I felt everything. I said, I might sound a little crazy saying this shit, but I said I felt everything. Her swollen feet, the baby in her belly.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept crying and being emotional and shit. I felt like I was there, and I remember saying sentences and shit, saying why am I still pregnant, this and that, feeling emotions and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone else I done said this to, like anyone else in my age range, like nigga, you crazy as fuck. But I'm like, nigga, there's a such thing as an astral plane, and you can tap into the universe. I just don't know how to do it at will.
For those who don't know, what is an astral plane?
It can be whatever you think it is. It can be for me, more of a out of body experience. Like I feel like our mind can travel. You can think yourself into a situation, because there be plenty of times where I be having memories of shit that I know I wasn't doing, but I can remember it really, really well.
Okay.
That's my ideal of it.
So like on some kind of like deja vu.
Yeah, not even deja. Well, I have deja vu from time to time, but I'm talking about like remembering shit from a time period I know I wasn't there. Like nigga, I be having dreams about smoking weed in the 60s and shit, and doing shit in the 50s, and I be like, nigga, my grandmama wasn't around or kicking it around that time and shit.
Mm-hmm. So what you're saying is you look at dreams as some dreams, at least as far as memories, manifesting itself when you sleep. I feel you. I fucks with that. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, nigga, your mind is your most powerful asset.
Yeah. That's absolutely true.
Like you can make yourself believe some bullshit, and you know it's not logical and shit. Like nigga, you can be like, oh, I'm a duck, I'm a duck, I'm a duck, and you say that shit enough times, you gonna start thinking you a fucking duck and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's shit.
And damn, I was about to say something, but I just forgot. Um,
The weirdest thing to me is sometimes I feel like I can tap into the universe during sex and shit, and that shit be bizarre as fuck. Nigga be manifesting shit in his head and shit. But
what you mean? Like
just just thinking about shit like
you be fucking and be like, I'm finna get this bag tomorrow.
yeah.
Tomorrow
and
you
shit,
get a bag.
and shit like that happens.
Okay. I've had I've had dreams. I don't necessarily know if I've had an out of body experience, just because I uh I don't take every I don't I take everything as just my life.
Yeah.
I've had some not normal experiences. Um but nothing that, maybe for other people it may seem like something that's wild, but um for example, I have a lot of dreams that I can't remember, just like everybody else. But one dream I do remember, which is weird, and I had this when I was a kid, is the pastor of my church, um, his grandson. Um, I had a dream that I was in hell, and his grandson was there. And in so many ways, his grandson was the devil. And it was just weird. And I don't know what his grandson is doing now. But the actual pastor, like, there was somebody that, uh, that was, that my parents, had a part of my life. And, he was a good dude. Never saw him treat anybody bad or anything. But just that dream, I don't know why I never forget that dream. I don't even know what it necessarily means. But I've had, so many dreams between now and then. But um I think I've been shown a lot of things. It's just that I haven't realized that I have, because my imagination is so crazy, um, that I don't take a lot of things that might seem unnormal to other people as unnormal.
Yeah.
So, cause I'm like I welcome that, but then with that you have to be careful. Um,
What you letting in? Because you can easily let a spirit in and be
right,
fucked up about it.
right. You have to be very careful. I can say I've definitely had experiences that I felt very elevated. Um, Both under and not under the influence of drugs. Like, and they both been just as intense.
Yeah.
If anything, the ones not under the influence have a better record than the ones under the influence. Um, just moments where it's just like you just feel one specific feeling, and it's so strong that you have to stop everything that you're doing and you have to address that feeling. And you may
Mine's
not
the total
know.
opposite.
Uh, and it's like, I mean, I may not know why, but it happens, and I mean, afterwards it's always something that that's resolved. It may not be the way that I want it all the time, but there's always like a conclusion or something after that.
Yeah.
But I definitely, back to the question, I definitely believe in magic.
Yeah.
But
You think all this shit just manifests itself from nowhere? Like, nigga, man, I still believe that there's people here. It's called the God Code, and it's bizarre. It's people that has like traces of God, and it's too obvious. Like you think a motherfucker like LeBron that's good at everything that he does doesn't have that type of code in him, or a nigga like Tom Brady, or a person that's really successful like Elon Musk. Everything this nigga do is good.
yeah,
There's no failure to it.
there's definitely a type of person for that.
Yeah.
Um,
Like the Da Vinci Code, like you know how they were saying, yeah, there's still traces of Jesus' bloodline out here. Nigga, I believe it's people that's out there that's really like that.
and that's the thing. It's like with Jesus, everything that he did. If somebody was to do that now, people would call it anything else other than a miracle.
Yeah.
But with Jesus, it's called a miracle.
I mean, but at that time, well, we've seen a lot of shit that was uncommon. You think if a person in Jesus' time came here and seen a fucking car drive by, they wouldn't be astonished by that shit? That's the shit we see every day.
But that's just a manifestation of what you was talking about, like just that what you call it,
God code.
the God code. Um, bless you. Um, that's what I'm saying. That's out. Like you, how could you not think that when you see
You see it every day.
where we apparently started and where we're at now,
Yeah.
and how
From the wheel until now.
hmm and how a lot of people don't think about exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
Like one of the it's not necessarily funny, but it's like makes a lot of sense. Louis C.K. I know it's not the best nigga to bring up, but he
I
had
already know what you leading to.
this bit where he was like, you know, we're all a bunch of assholes. Basically, is what he was saying. We get upset about shit like our cell phone signal being slow,
Yeah.
and it's like, motherfucker, this is going from where you at to
So another part of
space,
the plant.
and then back.
I think we said that before.
I think
Like,
we
that
did.
shit, yeah, that shit is astonishing.
Yeah, it's like and the average person,
Take that shit for granted.
and not even the average person, most people alive doesn't even understand how that shit works,
I
and
couldn't
definitely
figure
couldn't
that
do
shit.
it
Yeah, I couldn't
themselves.
figure that shit out if you put it in front of me and gave me the blueprint. I still couldn't get it together. That's just like when niggas be like, it was this dude that used to play for the Saints. I can't think of his name. Can't think of his name right now. But the nigga got cerebral palsy and he climbed up Mount Everest. And people was like, "Oh, okay, he just climbed up Mount Everest." Nigga, I can't even climb up.
Regular niggas can't climb up Mount. Like niggas that climb up Mount Everest that make it and make it back down,
They fucked
they
up.
see so many dead bodies.
Yeah. Like
That
nigga,
shit.
that shit is amazing to me. Nigga, I couldn't imagine getting up halfway up that motherfucker. This nigga got a cerebral palsy and he's going up a mountain. Even if someone is helping him, nigga, that's a feat. But we take that shit for granted. Like, nigga, people do that shit. People do that shit every day, B.
Like, yeah,
Fuck they don't.
I know. So I don't ever take that shit for granted. But yeah, people do like shit like that. People, it's like people kind of write it off, and it's like you don't understand what just really
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
happened.
Yeah.
Cause I have no desire to climb Mount Everest because I know what it takes, and it's like no, I don't.
Nigga, I don't even want to fly there.
That.
I don't even want to go there to see this shit.
Like I'm good. That's not gonna make or break me.
Just thinking about planning that shit out seems exhausting. Like,
it seems crazy. For one, it's too fucking cold. For two, I ain't scared of heights, but nigga, I'm not.
Nigga, I'm devastated. I'm. If you want to see me turn straight pussy, put me put me somewhere at heights like nigga.
Notice I said I'm not that scared. Now I'll jump out of plane. I'll go bungee jumping.
None of that shit.
It'll take a lot, but it's like now standing like these videos of niggas standing at the edge of cliffs and shit.
I can't do that shit. You put me 15 to 20 feet up in there, I'm finna go straight pussy in.
Damn, that's all it takes?
Nigga, I can't even stay on the third floor.
And look over the balcony?
That shit fucks with me, nigga. I'm fucking terrified of heights.
Oh,
I stayed on the third floor one time, and I never went on the patio.
Damn.
Like, if you want to keep some shit away from me, put that shit on the third floor and put it on the patio. I'm never fucking with that. That shit good as gone.
I don't need that. I'm not that.
Nah, I'm terrified.
Like, cause the buildings in Dubai and shit.
Yeah.
Them hoes be tall as fuck. Like, yeah. I go to one of them hoes and go on the top floor and look down. I'll be like, this shit is fucking crazy.
I ain't trusting none of
but
that
I
shit.
do it. Now, if it's a matter of doing that and it ain't no railing, like,
I'm straight pussy, nigga. All my gangster shit gonna go right out the window.
I open the door and I look out and I kind of like, I ain't going to the edge. Yeah. Like, we need a rail right here. I don't know what's going on, but
that doesn't look stable for me.
Yeah.
Hit nigga with his foot and shit. No.
Yeah. Like, shit. I'm risking my life every day just being alive, so, I ain't trying to push it.
What Carlos Miller say talk about being black is just like being all Madden all year. I got enough shit I'm risking my life existing.
Literally.
I'm not trying to do no extra shit to get killed. I'm not trying to up the chances of me getting killed. I'm good.
Right. I'm not trying to
good right at that little 50%, 75% of getting killed.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I still do some things that, but it's like things that I choose to do, and that's a little controlled. But not too much white people shit.
Nah.
Like, bruh.
I say the nigga the other day on TV wrestling with two full grown lions. That shit, all I could think of, my kids was laughing and enjoying that shit. All I was thinking, this shit can go left real bad,
real quick. That nigga life too good.
Yeah, it's already enough dealing with one lion, nigga. You playing with two adult male lions.
That nigga life is way too good right now.
Yeah,
like for him to not care.
Yeah,
like
you that. Be that care.
Way too good. And he's done a lot in his life. Yeah. I hope so.
That'll be the day I'll fuck around and have some jerky or some shit in my pocket and that shit slip out and they get on your ass.
Some jerky. Fucking in that hoe. With snacks in his pocket.
Man, fuck.
Now you getting ate up.
Now I'm out here on that Joey Exotic shit, nigga. You see the shit when a nigga got attacked by somebody put some fish oil on the nigga boot and the tiger attack, not the tiger. Was it a tiger? Yeah, I think it was a tiger.
Yeah, it was a tiger. Yeah,
and that motherfucker got on his ass.
Hey.
See,
can't fuck with that. That video of Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
playing with the tiger. That shit, I ain't gonna lie, as crazy as that shit looks,
that
shit kind of player. I ain't gonna lie.
know.
If I can raise a tiger, in a situation to where I feel like he has a good life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I'm keeping him away for some shit. Like what species want to just always fight for their life? If you can live with me and like shit, you ain't even got to hunt for your shit.
I still don't trust that shit. But between
Right, I'll still be
in that situation. I don't know who more dangerous, the tiger or Mike Tyson, cause that shit
like, and that's the thing. Like, yeah,
Mike ain't your common person.
Yeah, and he was like, and now he's like, I look at that video, and I'm just like, what was I thinking?
Yeah, have you ever seen?
This is crazy, Mike. This is crazy.
Have you ever seen the video of Joe Budden and them interviewing Mike Tyson?
Yeah, I see that.
That shit is the most uncomfortable shit ever.
And they every now and then they'll talk about it.
Yeah, that shit is scary as fuck.
I don't understand why niggas be scared.
This nigga Mike Tyson at one point literally was the most dangerous person on earth.
But it ain't like you did nothing to him. You going there for a podcast.
Shit. Just imagine having the concussions. I've dealt with concussions, and you can go crazy. At any point in time. Mike Tyson has had enough concussions to where he can snap just like that. And
but has he?
He has.
I'm talking about on the podcast.
I mean, not recently, but I mean,
I seen him be like, he'll say some shit and be like, but it's not funny though. And whenever he say that, and I like him and Joe Rogan, every time he was like, but it's not that funny, and he don't mean it like you better shut the fuck up. But he just, how people be like, yeah, it's funny, but it's like during that time it wasn't that funny.
It's bad when other boxers, top-notch boxers, are scared of you. It was one time on this show, he broke out into tears with Sugar Ray, and he was like, I'm tired of people doing this and this and saying this to me, and it's making me feel like a bitch.
Animal.
Like
yeah. When he was like,
I wasn't even there. And I could see the fear in Sugar Ray's eyes, and then my antennas went up like, this nigga finna kill somebody.
I don't know why people feel like that.
That nigga Mike Tyson is scary. Even Jadakiss and them done. Everybody that's been around Mike Tyson has had a terrifying story with him. Even Jadakiss and them talking about stabbing him up and shit and how scared they were.
I thought it. So he was like, it's Mike Tyson, so somebody gonna get knocked out.
Somebody gonna get hurt.
He was like, so we trying to figure out who's gonna go first and take that L. I remember that shit. But it's like, I don't like, now kicking it with him is a different story. Going to his podcast, like I would be, I would have some type of feelings just because it's Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be like,
I would be respectful
at any time this nigga can just rip my neck off. Like, even though he could, but like, I ain't did shit for that nigga to do that. So I'm not worried about that. I don't even bring that type of energy. And I can see in Mike Tyson that fearlessness is something that he respects.
Yeah.
Not disrespect. That niggas got to get that shit together, and know the difference, because there's fearlessness and then there's disrespect, and it's a fine line.
And that's what
all that shit that niggas is scared about. That's that fine line where if you say the wrong thing,
he be getting your ass,
and you might not even know it. But if you don't come with that energy, or if you don't even, if you just relax, you're not.
Hey, a lot to me, a tame lion or a tame bear is still a bear and it's still a lion to me.
And that's respect. That's respect. That's the fearlessness that you gotta have. But you can respect the animal, but you don't have to be fearful of it.
I ain't trying to, nigga.
Like, you can in a battle between you and the car, who gonna win?
That car gonna win, but I'm gonna fuck that motherfucker up though. I'm gonna do some pivotal
No, you're
damage.
not. No, you're not. Because if you thought that, if niggas wouldn't be scared when it's like, oh shit, look like I almost got hit. Because it's respect. It's like, nah, if this is what's gonna happen if this happens. So I have to respect that about it, and I have to behave accordingly. I'm not finna walk around here scared of cars.
Yeah.
But if a car is coming, it don't look like it's slowing down. I'm not finna walk out in the street. I don't care if I do have a walk sign. It's just it's respect, So I couldn't see myself going to talk to Mike Tyson as being like, all right, you gotta be prepared to run at any time because this nigga might snap. Like
I would. I'm looking for every exit.
If that's in every situation. If the slightest chance that he does snap, like I'm gonna be the nigga that's caught off guard, and I'm definitely I'm done for. But I don't see any I can't think of any situation where I would even approach Mike Tyson in a way to make him feel like he needs to act like that.
Soon as that nigga snap, I'm pulling a William Shatner. Have you ever seen this show, T.J. Hooker, that William Shatner used to be on? Like,
you're an old ass nigga.
Hey,
yeah,
it's in the scene in the credits every time this nigga running and he slide across the hood of the car to get away. Soon as that nigga Mike snap, that's exactly what I'm doing. Getting into his car and getting the fuck out of it.
No. Hey, you're not fast enough.
Hey,
if Mike wants you, he gonna get you.
I still got some wheels. I can elude.
No, it's Mike Tyson.
I can elude.
It's Mike Tyson. You say that if you really believe that, then you wouldn't go in there scared.
Sometimes that fear keep you alive. Like, yeah, nigga.
Oh yeah. Not saying you just gonna I don't it's gonna take a few people.
Yeah.
But then again, his co-host is also a very large man. He's bigger than Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I'm doing all the math in my head to get to this exit. If I hit this at a 90 degree, I could probably get here.
Mike Tyson gonna knock your ass out.
He ain't gonna get
before you can even think about getting up and running.
He see me doing all the math in my head. As soon as I move, this nigga, pow.
Yeah, nigga. What?
Fuck your ankles. I see you doing the math.
It doesn't matter. I beat your ass. I don't care if you know quantum physics, if you know trigonometry, if you know geometry, if you know algebra. I kick your ass. Yeah. It's no math with kicking ass. It's just kicking ass, and that's what I'm gonna do.
I hope he don't hear this shit. We don't be no disrespect, Mike.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like no disrespect, bro. Like please no. No, this is just,
I'm trying to go to Vegas, so I don't mean no disrespect, Mike.
I never do that voice in front of him.
Yeah.
I would never, legit in real life, I really hope that he does it ever hear this.
I know for a fact John Jones, the UFC fighter, has done that voice in front of
Mike Tyson.
But John Jones is a different type of animal.
Yeah, I'm not John Jones.
Yeah, that nigga John Jones is 6'5".
Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. That shit funny as hell though. And I know he knows. I know he knows. Yeah, he's very aware.
But Jamie Foxx said the nigga voice ain't even really like that. Jamie has said this shit.
I think he was talking about Michael Jackson though.
No, he talking about
a lot of people say Michael Jackson didn't talk like that.
Yeah, nah. They said Michael Jackson talking like a nigga and shit. Like he's real subtle with his shit. But nah, Mike, Jamie is playing Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that shit.
So Jamie said he's been talking to Mike, trying to get his mannerism and shit, and he said it's so offsetting from his interviews and actual talking. He said when you talk to Mike, he's really more calm.
That's what I was about to say. He's a lot more calm. Calm. Like he's definitely still got the lisp, but he's a lot more. Because I've seen him in his you can see it on the podcast that he's very. That's why I'm like I wouldn't. I feel like he's very vulnerable in that state. So I wouldn't dare. I mean, even if he wasn't in that state, I wouldn't dare take advantage of that to
that I know that shit gonna trigger him.
Yeah. So it's like I wouldn't do that at all. And I think what's crazy is I think it's beautiful the fact that he can be such a monster, but he can also be
aware of his vulnerability.
Yeah. And that's really what a superhero is.
Yeah.
Just think about it. Because every superhero has this incredible power to where they can just destroy motherfuckers.
Everything. But I got this one thing.
But I don't need to do this. And I need to be in control of that. And I need to understand what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Mm-hmm. And I think boxing was just a way from him to release that while learning that at the same time. Because, I mean, if he just went around beating niggas up on the street,
that'll be terrifying.
Nigga would have been in jail. You know what I'm saying?
That'll be terrifying.
But it's niggas that's like that. Yeah. They're not Mike Tyson, but it's motherfuckers that just have that built inside of them.
I'm finna fight. I used to have that mentality until I start getting locked up and shit. So
nigga change that shit up real quick.
Let's switch that shit up.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga tired of sitting in cells for beating niggas up and shit.
Nigga, back in my day, stay going to jail for beating niggas. Nah, I'm glad. I ain't get beat up though.
Yeah, every once in a while, nigga get out of here, put a nigga back in his place and shit,
I know how to talk to niggas.
Yeah, I done got real good at diffusing shit.
Yeah,
I done got real good at that shit.
I mean, I didn't got so good at it. I ain't even got to diffuse shit. I ain't no bitch, but you ain't finna.
Like, nah, brother, you got that. All right.
You ain't finna unless it go from 0 to 100.
Yeah,
real quick.
Some shit I can't avoid.
Yeah.
Now we finna fight, nigga.
Yeah, then it gotta go down. But I ain't out here just doing shit for niggas who wanna fight.
Yeah.
And I don't go out that much anyway, so.
Nah.
But it's just a prime example. But either way, you gonna run to the shit. I went to the gas station. That just came from my mom's. I went up Cliff. I was at the gas station. Niggas was turned the fuck up.
Like, nigga, why you turned up at somebody else?
They was like, all I kept hearing was like, we can box though. We can box. And I was just like, yeah, I'm finna go ahead and head out.
Nigga, it's COVID out here. Nigga, I ain't finna box you, nigga.
I was just like, yeah, it was way too much going on. Because it's going to easily turn
into some shooting shit.
Like, because one of y'all ain't going to really want to box.
Yeah.
And then even if y'all start, somebody going to take a L. That's the whole point of boxing. So,
It's not the time to be catching them L's like that.
I run out of gas before I get shot.
I'm gonna push this bitch up. I'm gonna push this bitch up the street.
Yeah.
Before I get popped, and that's the worst thing in the world, to get shot.
And then it wasn't even meant for you.
It ain't got nothing to do with you.
You get shot with a bullet that was meant for another nigga.
Yeah, I done caught him straight. I done got shot at and caught him straight for a fight that has nothing to do with me.
That's why I don't like being around gunshots at all. I was on the freeway last year. I was on the freeway on 35 in Oak Cliff. Niggas started shooting on the freeway.
Niggas don't give a fuck.
And it was at the car in front of me. And I was like, oh yeah, that's the exit right there.
I don't care where I'm at.
Yeah, like,
we gotta make an exit.
All I heard was the gunshots. And it got hot. And I don't know. Every time I hear gunshots, I guess just because my body temperature raises, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead.
Get the fuck up out here, nigga. I went to Miami one time, and I got some people out there. My cousin is out there and shit, and we wasn't out there an hour seeing a nigga get shot. Like, and it wasn't a regular handgun. These niggas is pulling. These niggas is pulling out AKs. So you know how fucking terrifying this shit. Like, I could deal with a handgun. Oh, the nigga got a handgun. I'm gonna move around.
but a
Nah.
nigga, no. I've been in that situation, and that was when I was at Prairie View's homecoming. I forget the year, but I was with my homeboy Shot.
That was the one you telling me the car got shot in too?
Nah, not even. That wasn't even that.
Oh,
we was at Prairie View homecoming. It was at the lake. I'm pretty sure the niggas that go there know what I'm talking about. But it's crazy because it's like it's a lake, but it's dark, so you can't really see it. You don't even know it's water. It's just dark.
That's crazy.
And so I know some motherfuckers fell in that.
That sounds dangerous.
And so we was there.
You out there like this?
And I saw it. I was like, I'm not even walking over there. But and the whole situation was crazy because we pull up, and it's like you gotta pull up and drive like through this field, and it's like a long entryway, and then we pull up and niggas is just parked like however it's no order.
Parking spot,
Niggas is just parked, and so everybody that comes just parks where the line ends. And so just imagine, that getting out of that bitch is,
it's gonna be a tad.
You can't.
But, hey, you should have known it was gonna be like that in Houston, anyways.
Well, this is my first one. So we pull up, and I'm like, all right, we'll go. It's whatever.
Yeah.
And everything's cool, and then something happens. I don't know what it is, but whatever it happened, the nigga was mad. Nigga started shooting.
Yeah.
So of course, we all run. And then I'm realizing like I think the nigga that they shooting at is somewhere close to me. Cause I hear a bullet and that whole ricochets off the ground. And I'm like, oh, they shooting at me? Like, is it like, yeah, did I do something? And I'm like, nah, they couldn't. And I just remember a nigga falling, and I was like, good luck, my brother.
Yeah, you on your own. You on your own, my nigga.
I didn't know him or nothing, but I was out that hoe. But my homeboy was already in the car because he was like, I ain't feeling good, so I'm just finna go chill in the car.
You hit the nigga with the Godspeed.
yeah, shit.
Yeah, you take care. I don't know you.
Yeah,
but you take care.
God bless. Shit. Nigga turned on the boosters after that. And nigga ran to the car, and he was already kind of woke because people were running. Like, people were running to get to their car.
Even when you sleep, when some shit, some emotion is going on.
I mean, because I'm like, niggas was like, literally, like, niggas won't give a fuck about nobody's side mirrors. Niggas like, get that shit out of here. Fuck that.
Like I said, you should have known. Every state got some wild pit bull puppies, and Houston niggas are those niggas for the state of Texas.
Yeah, bro.
Them niggas be wildin' out there, like, nigga.
Yeah.
It's between them and Waco niggas.
I got another story about
niggas in Waco. Niggas in Waco.
Not Waco, Fort Worth.
Niggas in Fort Worth be wild. Nigga, it's a different world out there.
It's a whole other world. But like, all right. So
I feel like a nigga going to a different state going into Fort Worth.
Yeah, you are. You are. So.
Nigga gonna be mad now. Oh, nigga, don't talk down on Fort Worth. Nah, y'all niggas is wild.
I don't want no trouble. Yeah, y'all niggas. I tell you that story. That's a funny. I tell you that after this. Yeah. So running through the cars. I get to his car, I open the door, and the first thing I do is let the seat back. Yeah. Because I'm running, and then it went from pa 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 to
closer.
And I was like, oh shit, nigga. Niggas is just spraying at this point.
Hey, it's just like a save for Call of Duty.
Nigga, I get in the car, I let the seat back, and I'm like, let your seat back.
Yeah.
And the first thing you do, and cause he's just waking up, it was like, nigga, you gonna break my seat. That's the first thing he said. And I was like, let your motherfucking seat back.
He sleepy as fuck, man.
Yeah.
What's going
I was like,
on,
you worry about your goddamn seat, bro.
Worry about your life, nigga.
Nigga, shit. And so he let his seat back, and then we couldn't do nothing but sit there, and then it calmed down, and then we made our way out, And then went to the gas station, some more shit popped off. And I was like, man, I'm never going to a PV homecoming again.
None of that shit.
Then I went again. Like
Yeah.
a couple of years later.
The first time didn't stick. I had to go.
That shit ended in a fight. But
it didn't stick.
Nah.
I didn't learn my lesson. I got to
I didn't. But I'm definitely not going back. But this Fort Worth shit. So I'm probably like 3 years ago. 3 or 4. It was when you know the dude Day Day that that had the song
Hey, hey, hey. That's all.
like
You
it's
think from a
some
letter?
yeah about running up the check.
Yeah. I got a family in the feet.
Yeah. And he had another song too. And them hoes went hard.
Yeah.
You know. So he was with either Def Jam or 300 at the time.
Yeah, he probably with 300 because he was on the same.
This
I know
was
he. I know
Migos
at one point, yeah, well,
and
Migos,
Young Thug and all them was on there.
No, nobody got a good story from 300. Nobody.
You don't think so? I mean, them niggas cool though. I met
Kevin Lyles and all of them niggas before. Cause you know Kevin Lyles with the PV, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
I know he did. I know. No. No. I'm thinking about DJ Premier. He went to PV. But I know Kevin Lyles did a lot of work with Paul Quinn before it closed and shit. I remember that. That's how I met him.
Yeah. And he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he don't have no ego or no shit. It don't seem like he don't have no ego, but
The marketing team up there is cool. The people in the office is cool. I don't know. I mean, I think what happens is they may not have had enough capital for, you know, some of the artists to stay, but that's a whole nother story. So,
it's basically an indie. 300 is basically an indie. They don't have no serious distribution that I know of.
Right.
But that was the home of the 360 deals. But I mean,
he said the home of the 360s.
Yeah, but I don't. Most people see that shit and they be like, "That's a bad deal."
They was doing niggas. As far as what I know, they was doing niggas good. I mean, I can't speak on nobody deal.
Yeah.
I'm just saying as far as, you know, what I know. But anyway, so my homeboy, what I used to fuck with, this nigga worked for Universal and 300.
Yeah. Ain't Universal? They got an office here, don't they? If I'm not mistaken.
Nah, they don't. iHeartRadio does.
That's close. That's
right down,
yeah.
just right here.
Yeah.
Like a couple of blocks out. I can't think of nobody else. You know, I don't know all about that shit. But so he was like, you know, come with me to this so you can, you know, sell this nigga some beats or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, of course, you know.
Let's make some money, yeah, nigga.
So I'm there. We at his pop-up shop. Dude cool as fuck. His people that's with him cool as fuck. He had a homeboy. It's funny as shit. We meet up, and then we go to the Mavericks game and all that shit. And, you know, they shout him out and all that famous shit.
Yeah.
And so we in this. How did we get to Fort Worth that night?
No one never knows how you end up in Fort Worth. You just end up in Fort Worth.
Yeah. So we rode with them niggas. I want to say we rode with them niggas, and we rode all the way to Fort Worth with them in the Sprinter, which was cool because he got, you know, that's like a 45-minute drive from downtown. So, you know, we was chopping up and everything. So at this point, like, we cool. We, you know, we all figure, you know, we cool as fuck. Everything is cool. Niggas cracking jokes, everything, blah, blah, blah. So we get to to the hotel that they staying in Fort Worth because he got to go to the
Fuck
strip
that,
club.
Up in Fort Worth,
Because he got to go to the strip club in Fort Worth.
That doesn't sound good at all.
But he's not from here.
Yeah,
so niggas don't be knowing.
Like, nigga,
and so
you stay downtown Dallas, nigga. Don't go to Fort Worth.
And
nigga.
I was telling him because my homeboy is not from here either. He's from Cali.
Yeah.
And I was even telling him, like, just be
mindful.
Yeah. It's Fort Worth and them niggas is I don't even want to say this to talk down because I know niggas from Fort Worth that I fuck with.
Call it what it is. Them niggas is wild. It's danger. It's
wild
danger
niggas everywhere.
every corner.
But Fort Worth is a little bit smaller, so the wildness is compact. So we go to the strip club. Everything's cool. P&B Rock comes through. That nigga's cool as fuck.
He seem like he cool as fuck.
That nigga's cool as
but he a Philly kid, so you know he gonna be kind of laid back anyways.
Yeah, that nigga was cool. Like,
I don't know nobody from Philadelphia that's not laid. It's a few wild niggas there.
It definitely is. That's what I'm saying. It's wild niggas everywhere. That nigga's cool as fuck. We chopped it up and everything, and they played their shit, and they performed and everything, and then they was like, let's go ahead and head out. And so, I told my homeboy, and my homeboy was like, all right, cool. I'll let everybody know. So, we was heading out. And apparently they didn't do something that the dudes at the strip club wanted to do. They both performed songs. They both spent some money. So we was going out. And I think they wanted him to perform more songs. They wanted Day Day to perform more songs than what he did. And he was like, nah, y'all ain't pay me enough for that.
Nah.
And so
and that's when shit went wrong.
That's when shit hit the motherfucking fan.
Now you gotta explain why you not finna do this shit.
Yeah.
To these wild ass niggas that probably done did some wild shit to get to where they at.
Yeah. So I'm standing here, I'm in the middle of the conversation. And I'm just like, that nigga say that, and I look at the dude. He look at me. I'm just like nigga. And then he look at his homeboy, and then he look at Day Day. He just like, well, I mean,
like, nigga,
we might have some problems then. And this nigga says, I'm gonna be right back. Stay right here.
Yo, that's exit. That's exit time for me.
Of course.
Hey, nigga, exit stays left on that shit.
As soon as he got out of earshot, I was like, all right, let's head out,
let's
y'all.
move around. So, get what you can get. Let's get the fuck up out of here.
But these niggas have a door. This is why I say these Fort Worth niggas is grimy. They got a door. When you head out the back, you can lock it from the outside.
Wow. They done trapped you now.
Now you better going out.
Now you finna perform remixes and all that shit to get out, nigga.
Yeah. So they tell somebody, hey, go around and open this hoe.
Yeah.
And by the time that happens, old dude comes back. They have a few words, and he leaves again. And then by that time, whoever he sent to go around, it got around there and opened the door. So we bolted out, nigga. We fucking out.
Hey, there's gonna be a story you tell your grandkids. I played with Death one time.
Nigga, we hopped out that Sprinter. We hopped in that Sprinter.
And got the fuck out of there.
And was out. And it was some more shit that was going on. Yeah. So when we ran out there, niggas was already arguing. And we was like, shit, I don't know what this is about.
This shit finna be a combustible situation.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, this shit finna get real. Dude.
I don't know who texted old dude that was driving or if he was just that good at his job, but that nigga was ready, had that whole run.
That nigga was local. 9 times out of 10, that nigga was local, so he was already.
That nigga was
he
like,
probably
we hopped that hoe and we was like, shit, yeah.
Let's go.
We gonna go ahead and head out this motherfucker. Nigga, we heading out. Niggas started shooting, and we was like, this is perfect timing.
Yeah.
Pretty good timing.
Hey, I
But
remember I
that's it.
fucked with this one chick from Fort Worth, and she gave me the address, and that shit fucked around. I started GPSing it, and that shit turned into stop 6. I was like, bitch, I'm not finna. I said, bitch,
Nah,
bitch, you finna beat me so well,
I'm
like, bitch,
stop before the 6. I'm gonna go
yeah,
ahead and stop now.
yeah, fuck
Man.
all that. Meet me in Louisville somewhere.
You come
Neutral,
here,
yeah,
shit.
meet me in the neutral ground. I'm from Dallas. You Fort Worth. Meet me in Louisville. Neutral ground. That shit dangerous as fuck.
Yep.
I bet I'm running with knife and scissors in both hands.
Cause white settlement is pretty much in Fort Worth,
Yeah,
and white settlement is
dangerous as
also
fuck.
how it sounds.
Yeah. Why would you want to go somewhere that
So you
has
got both.
white in front of it anyways? Like,
You
nigga,
got
I'm not.
you got
Finna,
both things
yeah,
to worry about.
you got old school racism there.
That's still there. You know, Sanger.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of these, towns in the outskirts probably still on that
Yeah,
same
still
shit.
on that shit, but Sanger, I thought about moving to Sanger, but I
Don't
damn
do it.
near, I was gonna be strapped up.
They
I'm
gonna
finna
know. Everybody gonna know who you are.
I'm gonna have an
Cause there's
arsenal.
not many black people
Yeah.
there.
I'm gonna have an arsenal like a motherfucker, nigga. I'm gonna have some TI guns. Saying
He
the
said
secret.
T.I. guns.
Like, nigga, I'm finna be strapped.
He said strap. And this
Hey,
motherfucker.
I'm finna shoot up some shit like if nigga come to my house, I'm finna shoot up some shit like the nigga all set it off. The nigga that shot up the cops, I'm finna shoot all that shit up, nigga.
Nigga said these bullets is for everybody. These hoes,
Everybody
if
getting
you
shot.
get it, it's for you, nigga.
Yeah. Your dogs getting shot. Da, 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 da. All that shit, nigga. Everybody finna
He
get
said
it.
your bird
Yeah.
might even shoot your motherfucking fish.
Little
Shit,
poodle, all that shit. Cats. Everything is getting shot.
ain't nothing gonna be moving. Ain't nothing gonna be moving.
Yeah, that shit crazy as fuck.
But yeah, I got it. Speaking of shooting, I gotta go to the gun range soon.
But let me clear up something real quick. When I said 300 is the home of 360 deals, there's a lot of bad stigma to a 360 deal. For me, my
Nigga already said that. Why you trying to clean up your
Nah, nigga, 'cause
statement like you?
I'm trying to start a music career too. Nigga. Shit, but nah, it ain't a
know,
bad
you know
deal.
me.
It's
Like,
not
yeah.
a bad deal though.
People, niggas know that niggas that smart motherfuckers know that.
Yeah,
People
niggas-
that ain't in music, they just hear
I'm
that
gonna explain it to them
motherfucker
for
say that
people
shit.
that don't know. 360 is pretty much you get a set deal of whatever it's gonna be. Now it's up to you to what you gonna do with that deal. Is you gonna figure out another hustle to make some money? If you don't, that's you. That's all on you. Yachty had a 360 deal and figured out other shit to do to get other revenue, and he made good with that shit. So it's really up to your hustle. You not getting fucked over. You getting paid for what you agreed to.
That, It-
Right or wrong.
That's exactly right. I don't think the average person looks at it like that, because with every deal, and I don't even think the average person looks at it like this, but with every deal, if you're not looking to take that money and
And do something with it.
do something with it, I don't care if you got the best deal ever. Like you just said, like you stupid. You wildin'.
You can get fucked in a good. You can fuck yourself over in a good.
And a
deal.
good, yeah. And like you saying, 360 isn't bad. It's bad when this happens. A 360 basically means that whoever signs you is getting a part of everything.
Yeah.
The
Merchandise.
whole circle.
Yeah,
That's why it's called 360. So you get fucked over when during that time that you're making a deal, you don't negotiate exactly what they get from each area.
Yeah.
Cause they gonna come to you. Every contract is negotiable.
Yeah.
Never accept the first contract from, I don't care if it's from your best friend.
Yeah. You could always change it.
Even if you do, still go over it and expect to not accept it. But it's always there's gonna be a counter offer
But
that's gonna be expected.
I feel like the way to beat that shit is depending on how much content you put out. So if I
Right.
get into a 360 deal, I'm finna
You
give
go-
you
you gotta work.
Yeah,
That's where niggas fuck up.
Yeah, I'm finna give you my old mixtape shit, and I'ma soup it up to whatever you need it to be.
Yeah.
So you finna get paid off my old shit, and I'm finna hold my good shit until this deal is up. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
Don't
And
give
that's
your
what-
best shit. Thugger fucked up and did that shit and gave his best shit.
But even with that, he didn't fuck up because he's still.
I mean, but he's not where you would think he is. He's straight financially, but he could be in a better position. I can say that from the outside looking in.
I don't know because I don't know his contract. But I don't think even if he could, I don't think that he regrets anything.
I mean, he can't at this
Because-
point. He can't regret nothing. He taking care of everybody he need to take care of.
But I'm saying even when he made that decision, this coming from being an artist, I don't need a lot to make my shit happen.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I could have held out and been in a better situation, but that situation I'm gonna eventually get to anyway,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna be good right now. And if I hold out, I may be risking a chance of not getting nothing, you know, or getting a whole lot less.
The thing I learned from Dr. Dre, and he says this all the time, it's always greater later. And I believe that.
Right.
I believe
But that doesn't mean that it's greater later as far as you gotta turn down. You gotta
like some
turn
people,
down certain
yeah,
things.
but
You know, it may be
in
greater
life-
later because you make it
Yeah.
greater later.
but sometimes you gotta take them necessary L's. Sometimes you
Yeah.
gotta take that. Most people don't. Most people take failure as a loss. I take it as a lesson learned.
Yeah, and that's so cliche right now because niggas say that, and I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about you, of course. And it's like, and people, I think that's not uncommon for people to hear that, but people don't practice that.
Yeah.
It's because it's difficult because it's times that I may feel like I took a L, and it's like,
But you able to do what you want to do when you want to do it.
yeah, it's like I took a L as far as my expectations.
I mean,
Not
but
as
your
far as
expectations
me
is
being
always
able
gonna
to
be-
provide what I want to provide, And then people, I feel like some people may get that confused because it's times that I do, and I had to be like, nigga,
You
that's
don't-
why I posted last night. I was like, tighten up.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you gotta tighten up and be like, this wasn't the fact that you can have some L's. It's like the fact that you can even have a L like that. It's like you gotta look at it like that, and be like, well, if I done it, I can do it again.
Okay. Not to even speak on your situation. You told me not too long ago you lost some money on some shit, and we not even gonna get into the dollar amount. But I guarantee you, with the talent that you have, in a matter of time, you're gonna make 4 times that.
Right.
So just it's gonna come when it comes.
All right. That's
And
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's
I
very
just hate
true.
the fact that we live with our expectations is always bigger than the reality of it.
But it has to be. If your expectations ain't, then they ain't shit.
In certain aspects, you gotta be like, okay, this is not gonna be with me. For an example, I put all my eggs in the barrel with football. My expectations was at a certain point I was gonna be a Super Bowl champion, but my body had other plans. Had other plans. So at some point I had to be real. Cause football is a business. Every draft has 1,500 players. There's only 200 or 300 that's going to get selected.
Trust me, I I know.
Yeah.
I was. I mean, I was.
So you gotta come in there with that mentality, man. You got to.
And I was on the same shit with baseball.
Yeah.
It, my body didn't tell me, but life was just like, nah, this is not what you need to do. Um, you know, um, I can try and blame it on, you know, Coach Tovar, which I know that had a lot to do with it.
I
Um,
mean, but that was just a minuscule compared
right, that
to.
was yeah. Um,
There's bigger factors in
I
it.
was supposed to be doing music
Yeah.
anyway, so that's why I look at it as like that. It's like it's greater later. It's like yeah, but
Yeah.
sometimes that that greater later you can't wait on it. You know what I'm saying? You
But
can't.
later could be at any time. Later could be
Later
tomorrow.
can be any
Later could be
time and it
five
can
years
be
from
any
now.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Boy, we out here potting, boy.
you just gotta have a mindset to where you know that even when you always not at your best, you still have the best intentions for yourself,
Yeah.
and you have to always come back to that. You have to believe that you do, um, and it's not difficult to do what's best for you. I mean, it's not easy to do what's best for yourself all
Yeah.
the time.
I'm always gonna. I have a shooter's mentality anyway, so I'm always gonna think I'm coming out shooting 50 or 60 a night, even on a shitty day.
Hmm.
That's my arrogance in me, and sometimes your arrogance can be your best asset. For me, I feel like sometimes my
If you
arrogance
could,
done
if
got me
you
through a lot of shit.
Yeah, if you can control it, then that arrogance isn't arrogance in the definition of the word. That arrogance becomes confidence.
Yeah,
You know, and
Drake is a perfect example of that shit.
yeah. I think arrogance is when when you do that and it's uncontrolled. Confidence is when you have that mentality and it's controlled.
Hmm.
You can't have that mentality and then not practice.
Yeah,
And then just be like, you ain't practicing now. You just be like, I'm finna come out here and
kill
light this bitch
everything.
up.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
gonna kill everything.
no,
Nah,
nigga, you're not.
even Dave Chappelle said it on the nights he know he feel like he gonna kill it. He done bombed.
Hmm.
And
That happens.
Dave Chappelle to me is now the gold standard of comedy. To me, that's how I feel. But for him to say I bombed in front of celebrities and this and that, and had the humbleness to keep going, that's inspiring to me.
It's definitely inspiring, and that's where I've gotten that mentality from. Cause I don't see anything like a situation taking me out of making music.
Yeah,
Like,
you man made,
yeah,
you self made, basically.
like niggas, I may not be the most, not may not, I'm absolutely not the most or even anywhere close to being the most popular artist. Um,
But you putting forth the effort to do that though.
right, and even with that, my effort is being rewarded. Now, of course, I wanted to be rewarded more, um, but I'm not out here. I spent my time with it, with me taking rewards off of growth versus rewards off of, uh, you know, physical things, some monetary things, you know. But I still take the reward off of growth. It just feels better because I'm getting at the monetary side of things. So it's like that whole idea of having that confidence. I think that transition that builds that confidence, to where it's like, okay, I can do this because I'm producing something from it, you know, some benefit from it. So it can't be too bad, it can't be something that I shouldn't be doing, or if I care about it this much, it's not like I just been doing this shit and I ain't seen no results for this long. That's a different story. But I think that confidence comes from actually realizing those results, whether how big or how small they may be. I mean, you're not gonna make music and then overnight you're gonna be rich.
Yeah.
That's just not gonna happen. Uh, it takes longer for some people. It takes shorter for other people.
Even the motherfuckers that you feel like is microwave artists, Big Sean for an example, that nigga was putting in work.
You feel like he a microwave artist?
No, people perceive him as a microwave artist.
I don't know nobody that do.
Sean blew up real. Sean became a household name quicker than normal people do. But I remember hearing his shit back in 2004.
Right, on Kanye mixtape.
Yeah, I was used to, but people didn't pay him no mind. People wasn't thinking about it. He wasn't a household name until Mercy, all that shit. People wasn't paying attention to him. But this nigga has been constantly.
But that I don't think that has anything to do with microwave.
But people think, oh, he comes out of nowhere. But this nigga has been an original artist for good music.
Mm-hmm.
He's been there. He's seen the niggas come and go. He done seen Jamie and all them make their money, John Legend and all them.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the lab working, turning himself into the person that he is now.
Mm-hmm.
But people think just because they don't see you, they don't mean you working.
Right. Yeah,
that's what I mean by people perceive him as a microwave artist. He just came out of nowhere, but that's not the case with him.
Mm-hmm. I can see that earlier on.
Yeah.
But now I can't. I think that shit. For anybody to think that, I think that opinion is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy as fuck. But that's how people perceive people now. Like nigga, it's been niggas that's been on for a while, been out for a while.
Mm-hmm.
They just not getting the acclaim they get. Common is a perfect example of that. I've been doing this for years and years and years, and you wait till I'm 20 years in, then give me recognition. And I don't get the recognition until I do something else. Common's been dope. Who else you know from Chicago that could shit on Ice Cube and actually get away with it?
I think it was a time where he got his love, and then there was a time to where the times changed, and then all of those artists during that time, like De La Soul, Mos Def, motherfucking Talib, Jadakiss, Ja Rule, The Lox,
yeah,
all them niggas during that time, like there was a switch, and then them niggas just, it kind of turned off for them, and now they're getting a lot more love.
That's why I love Jadakiss so much. Let me go ahead and say the Lox. Even when they not the hottest thing in the world, these niggas have been constantly professional and always working.
Yeah, a lot of old school artists.
Yeah, even the niggas that came from their era, are not as active as Jadakiss. 20 years. A
lot of them are though. Trick Daddy, Master P.
Not active like they used to be. This nigga Jadakiss has been.
You mean
going,
like dropping music?
Yeah, all the time. There's not like this nigga Jadakiss has been active from my childhood. I'm almost 40 now, and this nigga is still active and ain't dropped a whack verse. You will have to go out of your way and do some pull up some major stats for you to find Jadakiss dropping a whack verse. Fabulous is in that same category for me.
On the cool.
Like
that nigga Fabulous got motherfucking bars, nigga. Bars.
20 years plus.
And he's so smooth with the shit.
That's why I love Fab so much. He's one of the few artists that's that's been able to adjust to the time and actually still be relevant. You see other artists try to adjust to the time and they have a hard time doing that. LL had a hard time adjusting to right now. You hear LL rap right now, you be like, man, get the fuck out of here and go back to music, man. And LL still a god MC to me.
Yeah, he is, and people still respect him. Is that niggas don't play around with that nigga?
The kids don't respect it.
I mean, but they don't respect a lot of people. You can't even look at that shit.
Like kids don't even respect R&B anymore. I listened to an R&B song today, man. That shit was so fucking disgusting. The talent is crazy, but nigga, I don't want to hear songs about you fucking somebody in the ass and shit. Like nigga, y'all niggas can't be subtle with that shit. Like nigga, your R&B ain't like it is. I wish I was an adult in the '90s so I could really enjoy R&B like it's supposed to be.
Right. I can, I like the R&B that I listen to nowadays. I don't listen to, the stuff that you were just talking about. As far as, but I know it's out there.
Yeah.
But it's some very.
Nigga, I was like, ew.
Well, yeah, and Tank too.
Yeah.
But those
Tank
are
is subtle with certain shit. He can be real sexual, but it's not that city girl shit. It's none of that shit.
Well, that's not R&B. That's rapping.
But R&B now is starting to take. All right, for an example, the New Jack Swing had a hip hop element to it, but it was still R&B at the end of the day. Now you got R&B singers wanting to sound like rappers and like, no, nigga, them two different genres. Please separate them sometimes for me.
I can agree with sometimes. Some people do it well though.
I mean, Chris is one of them people that does. Chris Brown is one of the people that does it well.
He does it well, but he doesn't do it the best.
But he's better than niggas that's Black is great.
Black does it good.
Yeah.
Bryson Tiller does it good. As much as niggas don't like this nigga right now, and I feel him. Tory Lanez does it good.
Yeah, Tory does it good. Tory is better than half of the real active rappers right now.
Yeah. St. John does it good. I don't even know if you heard of him.
Yeah, I fuck with St.
That nigga does it good.
That's Biggs is an artist. The guy that was the founder for Rockefeller, one of the founders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been on St. John.
That nigga, I got on that nigga from Joe Budden.
That's how I came into contact with him through Joe Budden's podcast. Joe Budden, burping like a bitch. Joe Budden done put me on to a lot of music that I wasn't aware of.
I wouldn't say a lot. It could have been more because sometimes I just be missing.
Yeah.
But I never hear the sleepers because I don't listen to it on Spotify.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's put me on to.
He
put me on to St. John.
He done put me on to Snow Elect. Joe Budden done put me on to Snow Elect.
Niggas, well, who else niggas is sleeping on?
Who?
They.
Yeah. Division, the R&B singer.
He's more R&B, less R&B rap, but he still goes.
I like his shit, but it's also kind of cheesy to me a little bit.
It's not cheesy to me at all.
He be piggybacking on everybody's shit, like even.
That's probably because he had something to do with most of that shit. Niggas right for niggas.
I know, and I understand it, but the songs that he's been sampling, like he sampled. What was that? Fortunate.
Hey, you heard his last CD?
Yeah, I've heard his last CD.
Well, their last CD.
Yeah,
because it's two of them.
Yeah, it's him in the dark side. But you don't never see that guy. You rarely see it. Like it's like the situation with Chad and Pharrell. You rarely see the producer. Yeah. But his music is good though. I heard him sample Usher shit here and there. And I actually had the opportunity to go to one of his concerts in Houston, and he did pretty good.
He's good, guy.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
It was good. But a majority of his songs were like samples from Usher old shit, Like nigga, like
Cause that's what niggas like.
yeah,
But that ain't majority of what he's actually made. Well,
yeah,
what they've actually made.
yeah.
But it's some good R&B out there though.
I wish kids would focus on. Damn, I sound old. I wish kids would just focus on older R&B where you can hear, because there's a lot of good R&B. I hate that people shit on shit. I hate that I'm finna say this white R&B. There's a lot of great white R&B, and they just think Justin Timberlake is the only one.
It's not.
Hall and Oates.
I guess you could say it's that's I just
Justin
would
does
say-
R&B. Justin has a few albums now. He's changed a little bit.
I'm not even talking about Justin.
Oh.
I'm just talking about even putting in those artists like Hall and Oates, cause I wasn't.
They're versatile, but they are for me. when
Yeah,
look
I mean,
at
but
them
that
as-
is. It's still
they're
R.
alter-
It's still
they're
R&B.
What's the word?
Alternative?
Alternative R&B to me, because Rich Girls sounds like an R&B song to me.
You a rich girl,
Yeah.
and you gone too
Man
far,
Eater,
and you
Man
know
Eater.
it don't matter anyway.
Yeah, them songs are R&B to me. I feel the R&B, and even the nigga that what's the song? What you won't do?
Michael McDonald.
Nah, that's somebody else. But Michael
But you-
McDonald is
yeah.
to an extent R&B.
Keep forgetting,
Yeah.
not in
That
love
shit he did.
anymore.
The shit he did with
Keep
Patti LaBelle
forgetting.
on my own.
Yes,
That's
nigga.
the shit.
Yeah,
John
wouldn't-
B. You can't tell me John B shit ain't no slap.
that's more of That's more of
But they don't
New
take
age.
the time to listen to that shit. Like if you take the time to listen to, there's some good R&B out there. Like niggas don't even recognize Babyface as the king of R&B, and that nigga damn near ran the 80s, 90s, and 2000s.
nigga. It's niggas. They'll find out what they supposed to find out, just like what we did, how we did. We wasn't around when Hall and Oates was hot.
Yeah.
You know
But
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
receptive to that shit.
Yeah, and some of them may be, but we didn't have an opinion. We didn't have a place to post our opinions because every person our age may not been have that receptive to that music.
My
we just
fuck-
didn't know because we
My
we
kids
didn't know
don't even
them
know what the
niggas.
fuck Soldier of Love is. Hey, like I played that shit the other day. Like, what is this?
Oh, you got my daughter fucked up.
But I know, but I understand. That's she's one of your favorite artists. I understand it, but my kids don't know that shit.
But look, I'm reading this Morris Day book that he wrote after Prince died.
Yeah.
My daughter walks in my room, sees the book, and she says, "Oh, you know about Morris Day?" And I was like,
What do you know about?
"You know about Morris Day? Fuck out of here!"
Morris Day is still the coolest nigga.
And she asked me,
Hey,
she goes, "Cause you know how they used to hold their hands on their stomach."
If
She's
you
like,
dance
why did they? She was like, why did they do that? And I was like, they just did that back then, cause that's what.
yeah,
That's
that was the move.
That's what the cool
Morris
people
Day,
did.
Morris Day was the consummate performer. Ain't nothing more cooler than seeing this nigga look in the mirror while he performing. Ain't
My
nothing-
daughter fuck around know more about Morris Day than me.
Yeah,
She was like,
but their intake is different from ours though.
Mhm.
They can take in a lot of information.
we can too, and we
can't-
at that
can't
age
take
we
this,
could
but
have.
It's a learned behavior for us. Them, they born with that shit.
No, we was too. It's just the older that you get, the more it slows down depending on how how you train yourself.
Yeah.
You can still train yourself to take in as much information as you possibly can. But I can definitely agree. It's very I feel like it's due to the technology. I don't feel like we would have behaved any differently, or any generation would have behaved any differently if it was the same circumstances. So I mean, as far as just being young,
I'd have definitely been a fucking idiot if I had internet access.
That's
like
what I
that.
say too. Like I mean, and I had dial up,
Yeah.
you know.
Dick pics. I would have had
Like-
dick pic almanacs of pictures.
Right, I wasn't really texting like that until like my freshman sophomore year of
Yeah.
college, you know. So I can but I can also say that may have been a good thing, you know. I may not have needed all that access at that age because I was a very explorative young man.
Yeah. I was mischievous as fuck.
So I would have been like, shit. I mean, one thing would have led to another, like on YouTube, and I would have been seeing everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And had a whole different perspective on shit. You know. And the information is powerful, so you behave differently when you know when you feel like you have a lot of information. But yeah, man, you gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah.
And we gonna
One thing. I got a fucking email. McDonald's is trying to pimp the shit out of us now.
What you mean?
Now this nigga Bad Bunny, you know who Bad Bunny is, right?
Mm-hmm.
This nigga got a meal now. I think these niggas here, you done already got me with that Travis bullshit. Now you trying to get me with this shit. Now this nigga got chicken nuggets with special sauce. Like, bitch, you better get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
I mean, niggas gotta make their money, bro. I don't even eat McDonald's like that, and I wish I could say I don't eat McDonald's at all. It was a while where I didn't, and then you know every now and then I fuck up.
Y'all
But,
niggas ain't slick. I'm on to y'all niggas, man.
But nah, shit. Niggas gotta get their money, bro. Niggas know McDonald's ain't no good. Like, I ain't gotta eat McDonald's if I just gotta be in the commercial and everything.
Yeah.
And I can understand the influence and all that shit. So, you know, that would come into play. And there would be a 50-50 chance. And, you know, that may make me sound, you know, a certain way. But it really depends on the situation and the state of what's going on.
Yeah.
But-
I'm more mindful now since the pandemic.
Yeah,
hit.
I
I'm more
don't
mindful what I
really-
eat and my intake and shit.
I don't see, like
I
like
fuck
at
with-
this point, if McDonald's just came to me and was like, let's make a meal like today,
I do.
like yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
I'm like, all right,
Hey,
shit.
I'm so mindful. I fucked up the other day. Fucked around, ate jerk chicken. That shit fucked me up, nigga. I felt like I was dropping matches out my ass.
Niggas.
I was,
He's stupid, bro.
anything. I'm at a point in my life, anything give me heartburn. Now, nigga drink water, they go to sleep. Nigga wake up with heartburn.
Oh God, yeah. Who you telling? It don't be like light heartburn. It
It
be
that
like
heavy shit, like.
my next 2-3 hours is just
Yeah.
gonna be fucked up. Cause I'm in this whole chest is on fucking fire. Like, nigga, what did I eat? Fucking hot lava?
Yeah.
Like, that shit. But yeah,
Old bad shit.
but yeah, McDonald's been trying to get niggas. Like, they ain't nothing new. They gonna make their money. Cause motherfuckers gonna buy it. Motherfuckers definitely gonna buy it. Bad Bunny might sell out more than
Yeah.
Travis Scott did. What was funny to me is where they was like telling Travis Scott sent you, and then you see all the videos and niggas pull it up and be like, I'm here to get the what I don't know what it's called,
You know
the
what I'm
Travis
here
Scott
for.
meal. Travis Scott sent me,
You don't get the fuck
and the
out of
niggas
my
that worked
store.
there was like, what?
You don't get the fuck out of my store, nigga. I get paid $7.50.
Like,
Get the fuck out of here.
yeah.
I ain't happy. I don't want
Yeah.
to be here, nigga.
Fuck that nigga Travis Scott. Like, I don't care if he sent you or not. What you want?
Travis, you still owe me money, nigga. I ain't got over that shit. It's 2 episodes ago. I ain't forgot about that shit. I need that A65 back, nigga.
Nigga
ASAP.
said-
Cash app it to me.
But you knew it's McDonald's, like, bro, like it wasn't gonna be like it's not like it changed restaurants, like they had a new recipe, like
Yeah.
shit, it was the same shit. They just added lettuce and tomatoes on
Yeah,
that
nigga
bitch
nigga took
and some
the,
bacon.
Nigga took the special sauce out of McDo. Nigga, I'm bad
I
as
was
shit.
doing that anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I've been getting
I
the Travis
ain't
Scott.
slick, nigga. Cash at me, nigga. 865. I need that.
And he said, cash out me 865.
All right.
That shit. But yeah, this has been the What You Thought podcast. We out this motherfucker.
Y'all
Yeah.
be easy, bro.
Yeah.